これが全ての邪悪竜の頂点に立つ俺様の真の姿。
So tonight, LR Omega Shenron does officially release on the global version of the game. And we're just going to take a look into the GT Bosses team, his own category leader skill, and just use him before he releases, of course, in general. So my LR Omega Shenron is actually 79%. He is full link level 10 here. My build for him is 11 additional and 15 dodge. So to talk about what this LR Omega Shenron is doing, let me actually double check here and bring up his global details. Alright, so this Omega, he does get attack and defense plus 200% and 3 key. He activates the entrance animation upon a character's entry, and then he actually does change in key spheres to rainbow key spheres for 7 turns from the start of turn. He does have a 25% attack and defensive debuff, which is actually pretty nice for a certain fight that I will show off in the second half of the video. He gets 20% attack with each attack he performs, up to 150%. He gets key 1 and 5% reduction per GT Boss's ally on the team. And that's where this guy really does suffer. We'll talk about GT Bosses in a minute, but that team's not good. Plus an additional 7% reduction per rainbow key sphere obtained. So if you're able to get a couple of rainbow key spheres, let's say 3 or 4, that is about 21 to 28% reduction on top of the 5% per GT Bosses if you do have that up. If HP is 50% or less at the start of the character's attacking turn, he does have a revive skill he can get. He'll revive with 70% HP recovered if himself or an ally is KO'd within that turn. Then he has super effective against all types, and then he does a guaranteed additional super attack starting from the turn in which his own revive skill is activated. Unfortunately, it's not his own or another character's, it's only his revive skill, so the same character. So let's say my Omega revives, the front Omega does not get the passive from the revive skill, unlike a character like 23rd World Tournament Goku who would. And I think that's really an oversight, or I'm not sure why they did that, because this guy wants to be on the GT Bosses team. He's a GT Bosses 200% leader, yet he can't activate his own passive or both Omegas after the revive. I think it's like in that situation, you would almost think that they designed him to be ran as not a leader, but you have to run 2 of them. So I don't really like that aspect at all. It only really slows the team down even more than it has to be slowed down, right? His 18 key super attack, he does greatly raise defense for the turn, mega colossal damage, and lowers attack defense, and seal. So that's a lot that he's doing right there. Sealing, debuffing, 50% defense raise is really good. Then his 12 key super attack, he has a 30% defense raise, colossal damage, he still lowers attack, and then he has a high chance to stun on top of that. So I mean, this Omega, he's a king of debuffers for sure. The 20%, 25% enemy attack minus down. He does a lower attack on the 18 key and 12 key super. He seals, he has stun, but that's not really relevant. I think in this current game, having these abilities just don't really matter for most events. So that's an issue, right? But we'll go ahead and just play through things. Let's see how things go. We'll do a couple of attempts here. I might even take him on the Fusions and Master team, I'm thinking, or something like that. And we'll see what he could do like on a team that isn't his own, which I think could be potentially interesting. I mean, in terms of 200% leader skills, he is on a couple of them. GT Duo. He's on Bird Goku's team, right? 23rd Tournament Goku's and Kales. But we'll see what he could do otherwise. So right here, we do not actually have Big Bad Bosses. We do have a couple of links though. We do have, I believe, Brutal Beatdown, GT, A Fierce Battle, and Fear and Faith right here. This link doesn't really do anything, unfortunately. So no Big Bad Bosses here, but that's okay. So we can get the 4 Rainbow Key Spheres. So I mean, in this situation, we do have a full GT Bosses lineup. So we're getting a total of 35% reduction, plus the 28% reduction that he'll get from the 4 Rainbow Key Spheres we collected in total. So how much is that exactly? Like at the top of my head, that's I'm actually, I can't do basic math right now. It's actually like 3 in the morning, to be honest with y'all. So I'm gonna take things chill right here. That's 63% damage reduction, which is pretty high. 63% reduction is a lot, considering he is a character that will be getting the 50% defense on super, right? That is pretty good, right? So we're starting off here at 4.2 million attack stat. Very low, because again, he doesn't really have good multiplicative buffs just like starting off in the fight. He's a character that has to build up the buffs. So this right here should be pretty easy tanking. Yeah, 30k from that super attack. I mean, he is typed advantage, but that's still very good tanking on his own. Again, in terms of Omega's just performance and what he's doing just like by himself, he's super, super good. Like, defensively specifically. Offensively, you can see there, he's definitely leaving a lot to be desired. This is not really good, honestly. Maybe I should have brought like a sensor beam, I guess. I mean, do you have dodge in your, like, who has, I think you have a lot of dodge in here. I might put Cell in slot 1 because he at least has all this dodge here, right? I think his defensive stat does go a little lower without shattering the limit, but that's okay. We'll just give you these 10, and then Frieza hopefully should be okay after your supers, but if we could dodge these normals, that'd be awesome. Oh, okay. I'll take one. I'll take one. So we might actually, if Frieza doesn't die, we might actually get the revive off, which, you know, these guys are guaranteed double supering. I think after they do get a lot of stats on super, both the Frieza and the Cell. Let's see, if Cell can't take normals and Frieza's done. Oh yeah, no, I think Frieza's probably just done. That boy, in this first phase, he's not gonna cook. Yeah, see, that's the thing about this team, is that it sucks. So it's like very hard to have Omega do his own thing. I mean, Frieza could also dodge, like that's possible. Frieza could potentially dodge, but especially if you get in a situation where you don't have Omega on either rotation, what are you gonna do? You don't have anything. And right now, as this current recording, I paused the recording back, but as of now, in this current recording, Rildo is not in the actual game, and I don't even have Rildo if I really even wanted to use him. So, I mean, we'll take a look at this GT Boss's roster, man. Like, what are you running? I guess I could put EGL Super 17 here, and I'm gonna just have to do that. Just put AGL Super 17 here for now. That's really my best shot over that Frieza, which, you know, I guess. I think we do have much better rotations here, which is nice. This team actually does have quite a bit of HP too. 720k HP is actually quite nice. Omega has a pretty good HP stat, if I'm not like remembering incorrectly. If we take a look here, I mean, my 2-dupe Omega has 25.6k HP. The Rainbow Friend has 26,000 HP. That's a lot. It's quite a bit of HP to go ahead and just have here. You know what I'll do? Let's not. I want to give Omega like a low amount of Rainbow Key Spheres, but I guess that's okay. It doesn't really matter. We'll just give this to you. I'm actually just going to grab this with Baby. And then, yeah, Baby here is actually one of Omega's better partners, because he does give him Big Bad Bots. So again, we're starting off at 337k defense. We have the 60, I think it was a 63% reduction. Then he's going to get the 50% defense here, which will give him, basically shoot him up to closer to 500k defensive range with one super attack, which, you know, with 63% reduction is pretty good. I think like even like having just around 500k defense, right? I'll definitely take that. Now, Baby here, again, he will easy and global the following week. He's not actually going to easy a when Omega releases, but Baby is like really important for this team if you want to run this team. Baby is just like actually like a good easy A. I think Baby is actually a nice easy A. I don't know, man. Omega is, if he has his reduction, and if it was only just like extreme class or something like that, like Omega would actually be really looking nice, but it's just not a thing we're gonna be able to really see. Again, I'll just keep grabbing these. It's fine. I wonder if I can still get 7 with you. Yeah, we can. So we have a lot of Rainbow Orb changers on this team, to be fair. We have Omega, we have Texin, we have obviously the other Omega here. What does this do? Yeah, double-digit damage makes a lot of sense. Omega's able to get all of his links here. I mean, again, just reading on his links, Brutal Beatdown, 15% attack. Big Bad Boss is 25% attack and defense. GT gives 2 keen, 10% attack and defense. Really good link. Fear and Faith is just 2 keen, minus 10% defense. But right here is getting the Shadow Dragon's link, which does give him an extra 20% attack and defense because we have him linked with Texan. Which Texan is actually still an okay card, I guess, right? You know, he's not the worst option ever, but it would be nice for us to have better options. Obviously, Fierce Battle Legendary Power, 20% attack into... Excuse me, 15% attack, man. See, look, this fight is boring me so much. What can I say? 17 is gonna just, like, get demolished when he comes back unless I keep him here. But I kind of don't want to. I'm kind of thinking we're just gonna push 17 around. We'll grab these instead. And let's see if that really changes anything for Omega again. So we lost 14% reduction, so it goes from that 63% all the way down to 49%, which matters quite a lot if you're not getting that reduction, right? You know, 50% reduction with like 500k defense is so much different. Like, you guys don't know, like, having that extra reduction really does matter, and we'll be able to see here, right? Yeah, so he went from taking it to 30k to 78k. And again, this is all a type advantage. If he wasn't type advantage, that'd be a much bigger difference, I would say. So that's something to keep in mind, right? You know, in terms of us just looking at him in this fight specifically. And then I'm going to try and see if we can get the revive off. The revive skill is just really, really good for this guy too, right? I think, okay, we can't get his active skill yet. His active skill could be used on turn 5 specifically, I believe. When, let me take a look at the condition. Actually, it's, it's turn 6, actually. So, Omega does have an active skill, which actually, I think I like his active skill. It's turn 6, or from the 3rd turn if the enemy is attack or defense down. So, with the active skill, he does greatly raise attack temporarily, ultimate damage. He has a 30% attack and defense debuff, and then he actually disables enemy action, which I do like him disabling the enemy action. Alright, this friend Omega getting the additional is quite good, actually. He's building up a lot of his attack passive, so we're able to see like his attack passive in action, potentially like more so. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and we'll just do this. Let's give him these 3 rainbow orbs. We'll give Super Baby 2, I guess we'll just give him these right here, get the 18 key. And the 17s, we'll just grab these STR orbs and get the final little bit of healing. So Omega, I mean, I can't say for sure if he's going to get supered here or not, right? That's not something I can really predict, but I guess the super attack, we don't really want aimed at Baby. The 17s can at least dodge the super, but Baby does not have the defense to like just straight up face tank the super attack. He's not that guy. He's not like LR Rose level. He's good, but his defense is like, you know, to the point where it's like, oh, he's tanking normals, but the super attack kills him. And we'll see right here, he's instantly dead, right? So nothing I could really do in that situation. It is a little unfortunate, but that's fine. I mean, I really wish we could have seen more with Omega in this fight, but I mean, we could hop in one more time. Let's hop in one extra time, and then I don't know. I was thinking about taking him into the Vegito Blue fight, is what I was kind of hinting at, but I think we might just keep going here, honestly, because I did do a video with G2 bosses in the Vegito Blue fight, anyways, and I think that fight is a fight where he could really like excel. I think he could really excel there. How should I do this? The 17s have a better chance at living, I'm thinking. So we'll just do that. We'll get this with the Rainbow Omega. I mean, Omega, he does get more links with this guy. You know what? We're gonna trust our boy Incel. Incel will cook. He's gonna cook right here. Watch. You guys don't even know. Incel, he's my guy. He's gonna double super, and he's just gonna just go crazy. Alright, 17s are just doing their thing, blah blah blah. Alright, cook, buddy. I mean, yeah, at this point it's just like, I mean, Omega just kind of, he's also like, I don't know. Why does he build up his attack like that? Is one thing I'm thinking. Like, did he have to build up his attack like that? Like, so slow? Especially with how this team is. And if they wanted to make this a genuine team, I just don't... Like, they know how, like, good these characters are. There's, like, there's no way, right? I just... Okay, so I'll dodge this. Thanks. Okay. Well, I should have put the Androids there. I just... Yeah, if Omega, you know, let me put Omega on another team, and we're gonna see what he could do. I mean, again, I was saying like the Fusion Zamasu, maybe like he could just like cook a little with Fusion Zamasu as a leader. I think that's definitely possible. But like, what other teams could potentially even fit on that he would like work for specifically? I'm just like trying to think at the top of my head. Actually, we could bring LR Baby still, and then LR Baby will actually he'll work nicely here. He'll give the extra 5% reduction for him, which would be nice. We'll get LR Rose in here, sure. We'll just grab who else should I grab? Ijo Zamasu. And then let's see if I can get like what's a strong kind of support character I can go ahead and get here. Like on, I don't know, maybe, I think it's this team right here. Oh, this is Terrifying Conquerors. Let me check Zamasu team again. We're just gonna go ahead and try this Fusion Zamasu team real quick, just cause. We have one support character. We did bring Baby on the team, so we'll actually be getting some extra reduction. So what in total, he'll be getting 10% reduction from himself and Baby, so a 10% baseline, then 7% per rainbow keys for obtained. So he could probably like use, let's say 4 key spheres is the max. I feel like 5 key spheres is pretty uncommon, like to just get in general, to be honest. So I guess with that in mind, max of 38% reduction. Which we'll see again, if his defense levels probably are going to be much lower here because he's only under the 170%. But I just wanted to go ahead and at least take him on this team, just to see what he's able to do a little bit outside of his own team. You could also run the Super Saiyan 3 Goku Black team. He's actually on transformation boost as Omega Shenron. And then you could use them with some of the other extreme class heroes characters, like, you know, Dark King Fu, which I do have here. Dark King Fu obviously as an extreme class support could be interesting, and then you'd actually be on a 170% leader skill from there. But I like, you know, yeah, Omega, man, it's like if he had his reduction like a full passive here, he'd be a really good slot 1 character actually. Or if like in the other, just even in other teams, man, like let's say powerful comeback, even just throwing him on Battle of Fate or full power, like it could have looked just really good for him, but that is not the case here. So again, we can get the 4 key spheres here. I'm actually gonna probably just give you this Fu. And then LR Rose is actually not getting the best key here, but it is what it is. We couldn't really get the Lycius without the S tier keys first fell. So it just happens. I might just like end with this run, honestly. Again, I was thinking about taking him to the Vegeta Blue fight, which you should watch that video if you haven't. He does do really well in the Vegeta Blue fight. But yeah, again, like outside of GT bosses, man, losing the extra 25% reduction is a lot. And then this extra stats as well that he's just losing here. It's just not worth running him outside. Again, maybe like if you're using this guy as like a floater on the heroes team. So like, you know, oh, I have access to a revive now on the heroes team, right? That could be like interesting. I think that's something that like could be like, you know, okay, wait a minute. Maybe that could be like a little thing, but like, who's running Super Saiyan 3 Rose as a leader? if you're running heroes, I feel like everyone's gonna just use Vegito, right? You know, it's like, or even like Hearts. Could you argue Hearts is a better leader? In some fights, you could probably argue Hearts is a better leader. Not that the Super Saiyan 3 Rose is bad, but it's like he's a character that doesn't even have big bad bosses, right? It's like him not even having big bad bosses also just really sucks for some of these like extreme class units, right? Which is not Omega's fault, but it's like Omega, like you need everything you can get for that boy. Um, the good news is that, you know, when Roto comes out, GT Bosses is like almost there. Like it sounds like copium, but let's talk about it, right? We have Omega. Then let's have the EGL Roto EZA, which is actually pretty good. Super Baby 2 is a pretty good EZA. Even S tier 17s could work decently. But it's like after that, the team really falls off a cliff. The Cell and Frieza sub EZAs are like okay. Texan is okay. Tech Baby, like the battery unit baby is like okay. But it's like beyond that. Sorry, I started thinking about the orbs. I don't know why. We'll just grab this, I guess. Beyond that, I mean, by okay, is maybe that's Kobe. Kind of just straight up sucks, to be honest with y'all. Hopefully we see him take a super here. He's not even taking normals. Never mind. A super would kill him just instantly. Okay. Well, yeah. That's him off GG bosses, by the way. Just, he needs that extra 25% reduction, especially as a Salmon character. There's no way he can work Salmon without it. But yeah, if we do get a baby Dokkan Fest this year, let's just make it normal Super Baby 2. Don't make his name conflict with this guy right here, right? That dodge, by the way, is pretty sick. Just don't make the names conflict, right? At all, right? And then, Fu, hello, buddy. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna end here. It doesn't even matter. Like, I'm literally gonna switch over here just because I don't even care about showing all that. But literally, do not make the okay. Like I was saying, Omega. These two, like there's 1, 2, 3, and then like the fourth friend, right? So these three right here, then you could get away with this character because they have the dodge. At least like you can get away with them, right? You know, and then let's say at least the 4 characters here. Give us a really good, just like Super Baby 2 character. Like this is the only Super Baby 2 in the game. Let's say we get a really good Dokkan Festival Super Baby 2. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then a banner unit. Just give us a banner unit that's like, maybe it could even just be Super Baby 1, like as a banner unit. Like this could work. Maybe even just like, what's it called? Super Baby, just like normal Super Baby's banner. Maybe it's like a transforming Super Baby 1 into Super Baby 2 Dokkan Festival. Then a baby Vegeta here is Dokkan Fest as the like banner unit of the Dokkan Fest. And it's like, okay, we get 2 really strong babies here. You know, they link really well with Omega. You could arguably also, like, you know, I would say the other possessed baby forms should be on this team, but they're not. I would say the closest one that would be able to be on this team that isn't in the game is Baby Bulma. Baby Bulma actually is like, I mean, obviously, he's like Baby's second-hand man, essentially, right? Or second-hand woman, I guess. And with that, she is the one that literally causes Baby Vegeta to go golden graded with the Bloods waves. So, I mean, it would be sick if they're like, yeah, we'll just put her on GT bosses, but the most likely wouldn't. So I think it would be best if we get like this guy, right? And then like this guy again, the banner units transforming one. Let's say it's this, and then it's like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6 units on the team, the bare minimum to meet that, and then that'd be awesome. I think that'd be really cool. Maybe we can even get a new Rildo somewhere, like a not like a hyper meta Rildo, but like just like a, this is, what is this guy's name actually? This is hyper meta. Yeah, hyper meta Roto, but we can get like just a straight up Metal Roto. But this guy is from the Super 17 arc, is he not? I think so. It's just GT. It's been a while since I've seen GT, but this team is almost there. We just need like 2 units, like a really good Dokkan Fest and like a support character banner unit, I think. And then it's like, actually, oh, GT bosses will be cooking in that situation. But let me know what you guys think. Omega, etc. Let me know if you're gonna summon for him. I would say no. Double rates, but no. I'll catch you guys next time.